Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel as I continue going through the top 100 games of all time, according to me, as of 2025. Today we are doing 50 through 41. So only four left to go after this, so I'm pretty confident I can finish next weekend. So I'll do one today, one tomorrow, and then three next weekend. That is the plan. Um, Out of these 10 today, four of these are new, so that's exciting. And I own all of them. So there's very few in the top 50 that I do not own. Let me see here. One, two, three, four, five in the top 50 that I don't own. Now that's not true. I bought one of those since I made the list. And of course, two of those Mark owns, and they're here. So I kind of own them, but I don't. Don't worry, Mark. I'm not stealing your names. Anyway, without any further ado or veiled threats, let's go ahead and go to number 50. Number 50 is new to the list. This is a roll and write. This is Rolling Realms. This is by Jamie Stegmaier, one of my favorite designers. This is my third favorite game of his, I think. Although I just played Viticulture for the first time and it was very good. Regardless, Rolling Realms is a roll and write where you play through 9 different little mini games, 3 at a time, and each of the mini games is based on another board game. A lot of them from the Stonemaier Games catalog. So you might be playing like Wingspan, Scythe, and Euphoria. And then you play through those 3, and then you do another set of 3, another set of 3. So 9 total. It's really good. It's really clever. The way that the different realms interact is very interesting, especially because some of them very much care about the other realms that you were working on at the same time. Yeah, really fascinating. Played this for the first time at Origins last year with, oh gosh, now I'm going to forget everybody who was there, but I think it was Bob, Andy, Jonathan, Susan, and Brian, maybe? I think I got that right. So shout out to all of them. It's a great game, and this is one that I learned from the library, and we played in about an hour with 6 people, and that's pretty good for a convention. Anyway, Rolling Realms, number 50. Number 49, I also played Origins for the first time, I believe with, I think it was Andy and Bob, and this is Through the Desert. This is my second highest Reiner Knizia game. It's a classic. This game is like 20 years old, and I hadn't played it until last year. And now that I have, I picked up my own copy from working at All Plays booth. I've taught the game to a bunch of people at Origins and at Gen Con. I'm just a big fan. This is kind of like Easier Go, like the ancient game of Go. But instead, you've got these pastel camels with these little riders on them. And it's pretty easy, it's pretty fun, pretty light, but some real crunchy decision making. I will say the only difficulty with Through the Desert is teaching it is hard because the first thing you do in the game is you draft your position of all your little all of your caravans, and that is hard to do until you know how to play the game. So I might consider teaching this to people by like semi-randomizing it. That's what I did at conventions, though I wasn't playing at the time, so maybe we'll see. Yeah. Regardless, great game. That is Through the Desert, also new this year. Also new this year, new to the list, debuting at number 48, and I believe, possibly, maybe not, but I believe it might be the most expensive game on my list. And that's this little tiny Glory to Rome with this very cartoony artwork. Glory to Rome is it's a grail game for a lot of people, meaning it's one that they really like search for. They really try to find a copy cheap. And Nikki bought me a copy because I liked playing her copy so much. In fact, actually, I think this was her copy, and she's like, "Oh, have it. I'll buy another one." And she's really good at finding these things. So shout out to Nikki. I played this with Nikki and Rich and I think Mark. And man, it's from Carl Chudik, who does another game that is higher on the list that I like a little bit better. But like this game is wild. This is multi-use cards, the game. I mean, there's a lot of games like that. What makes this one so weird? There's lots of different ways to win. You don't know how you're going to win when you start the game. I mean, there's like a default way to win, but then there's other cards that'll come up that will let you win in different ways. And you're kind of like building up your little tableau with some capabilities and some resources and stuff. But it's weird. I got to play this game again. It is very compelling. Glory to Rome. Number 48. Number 47, definitely not new to the list. Actually, last year was the first time it was on there, but I've played this game so much now. This is one of my most played games. And is this my highest rated party game? No. Second highest, I think. So Clover. So Clover is a great game where, oh my gosh, I think I could it's hard to explain without looking at the pieces here. So in So Clover, it's a cooperative game, and you'll have these little clover things, and then you'll have these cards, and you'll randomly put them out here secretly. Each player is doing this with their own thing, and then they will have to give a clue that fits each side of this. So here we have career and parrot. Career and parrot, so you might write pirate. You know, a pirate's a career that involves a parrot, of course. Face and leaf. Gaia? I don't know. Fruit and cocktail. Man, these are coming up a little bit easier. You might write party? I don't know. Regardless, then you take them off. So you'll have your 4 clues around here. You'll shuffle them up, add one more as a red herring, and then everyone else looks at all these cards and has to reassemble your board. And they try to do that. You cannot communicate with them. It's really fun. It's really light. Everybody likes this game. Like, I played this with a ton of different people. You do have to be able to read. So unlike some of the other game that's higher up on the list, you do have to be able to read, and that is something. Other than that, you can play it. And if you're playing with kids and they're like, I don't know this word, just tell them to turn the thing. Perfect. So Clover, it was 60 last year, 47 this year. Number 46 has been on the list since the beginning. It was 17, then 19, then 39, and I just don't play as much as I should, which is a shame because this is a ridiculous game. This is Nexus Ops. I believe a new edition of this is coming out. There's been several editions. This is the original edition from Avalon Hill. I've had this game for so long, and man, is it great. The pieces do stink a little bit. Fair warning, if you're going to play this version, they kind of smell. They don't smell as much as they used to because it's like faded over the years, but they still stink a little bit. And maybe not as much as the cup in Stone Age, which is like the classic stinky board game component. That's a different game. Let's talk about this game. You are basically playing kind of like a light version of Axes and Allies, and it is very confrontational. You're attacking all the time, and most of the ways you get victory points is by attacking. So you're always being aggressive. You have to be aggressive to win the game. The way I teach it is I tell people, if you are not attacking, you will not win the game. It's first 1 to 13 victory points wins. This is like dudes on a map distilled down to its basics. Really love it. That's number 46. Nexus Ops. Number 45, also been on the list since the beginning. Kind of a similar trajectory. 19, then 30, then 30. It's down to 45 now. That's just because I haven't played it. And this is Age of Empires 3. This is, I do believe, my highest Glenn Drover game. Wait, why is his name not on the front of the box? Maybe this is before they did that. Anyway, regardless, this is from acclaimed designer Glenn Drover. Love this game. This is a worker placement game at its heart, where you're essentially playing as a European power trying to colonize the New World. Is the theme a little problematic? Yeah. But is it like abstracted? Yeah. So it's fine. It's not. Yeah. That's a whole nother conversation. This is my guilty pleasure when it comes to theming. I will say that. There's a lot of different strategies you can do. There's a lot of different ways to get victory points, and it's very much a worker placement, but some of the workers are a little bit different and a little bit better. So like you have your regular worker, but then you also have your captain who is better at like exploring or at bidding for the merchant ship. Very interactive. This is one of those games that sings when everybody knows how to play. That is Age of Empires 3. 44 and 43, I'm going to do together. So 44 was 54 last year, then 51. 43 was 50 last year. And these are Caesar and Blitzkrieg, both by Paolo Mori. Who also designed Alte, which was earlier on the list. And another one that, oh my gosh, is it coming up later on? No. Did I already say? Ugh, I can't remember my list now. Watch me scroll through this. This is television right here. Anyway, regardless, maybe Ethnos is not on the list anymore. Ian's going to be mad at me if it's not. Regardless, Caesar, Blitzkrieg, these are fantastic two-player games. They are very straight-up confrontational. This is like a ancient Roman theme where you're bidding over these different tokens, and you're trying to control different parts of the board just by putting down other tokens that have a couple of things. This is very similar in that each player has like a shield, and then they have two or three or more or less tokens that they are using on the board to do various different things. I think I like Blitzkrieg slightly better, but like they're both really good. In Blitzkrieg, you have the World War II theme, and you're putting down, like in the land areas, you can only put land units or air units. In the sea areas, you can only put sea units or air units. But the air units are more flexible, like less good. Yeah, fantastic two-player game. Like the ups and downs and back and forth on this one, very cool. That's Caesar and Blitzkrieg. Number 42, new to the list. This is a tile-laying game called Isle of Skye, from Chieftain to King. Cue the bagpipes in the background. In Isle of Skye, you are doing this little kind of like, almost like Carcassonne sort of tile-laying game, but this is Carcassonne's older brother, okay? Carcassonne got nothing on this game. You are trying to connect things back, like by the roads back to to your castle so you can get more money. You are trying to enclose certain areas so that the bonuses in there will score twice, which is amazing. But most of all, each turn, you're drawing some tiles and you are setting the prices for other people to buy. So you'll have two different two different tiles in front of you, and you will put your money on them to symbolize this is how much this costs. Then you go around the table, each person can buy one, but if yours that you are trying to sell don't get bought, you must buy them. So the economy is very, very interesting. Kind of like a more complicated, heavier decision space of Castles of Mad King Ludwig in a lot of ways. And I really like it. I played it 3 and 4, I think. I'd like to give it a try at 2, honestly. It might be really interesting at 2. That is Isle of Skye. Also by Alexander Pfister and Andreas Pelikan. But Alexander Pfister has another game coming up higher on the list. Finally, for today, this was 46 last year. This is Robot Quest Arena. This is the only deck builder on the list today. Yeah, it is. I marked something correctly. Robot Quest Arena, I played this for the first time a couple of years ago before it came out at Origins at like an event. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Deck building, let's give it a play. This is a great light deck builder. Each player has their like little chunky robot you can see on the back of the box here, and then you are just doing like a battle bots fighting in the middle of this area right here. There are different spots on the board that work in different ways that might damage you or give you more points or stuff like that. And the main way you get points is by attacking the other robots. So you are also buying new cards to add to your deck so you can move faster or attack in different ways. There's some really interesting attacks. Shout out to Chris Lemery, who Chris played this with me and a couple other guys I don't really know at a game day and absolutely wrecked us and loved the game. It was really a great time. It was the first time I played my copy. Like I'd gotten it out of Shrink but hadn't played it yet. It's a really good one. I need to bring this to the table more often. That's number 41, Robot Quest Arena. Thank you for watching. Yeah, hoping to get another one of these out tomorrow, but we will see. And have a great rest of your day, whatever time it is, or night. You could be watching this later. It's daytime right now. Bye.